All right. No filter MMA family. This is your boy BJ back with another live video. Guys, we have a monstrosity card coming up, man.
No filter MMA.
We have a huge card coming up. UFC 238 is stacked. UFC 238 is stacked, and I'm excited for it. Like, these are the type of fight cards that make you rush home from work. These are the type of fight cards that make you cancel every plan you got. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Man, I am excited about this card to stack from top to bottom. Starting from, the early prelims all the way through the prelims. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I only got a few fights that I want to talk about when it comes to the prelims and the early prelims. Just a couple of those that I want to touch on. And I'm going to hit that main card. Yeah. I'm game. So what are you guys up to? Two of y'all in here. I see y'all. Who you got, guys? Let's see drop some predictions in the comment section. Don't just watch and listen. Drop some predictions in the comment section. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Man. Guys, yeah, man. I'm super excited for this fight, man. I'm super excited for this fight card. Tatiana Suarez is finally fighting Nina Ansaroff. Now that fight I'm excited about. Because Tatiana Suarez, man, she was looking at Nina Ansaroff on Embedded. Did you guys see UFC Embedded? And they had Tatiana and Nina in the same room, and the UFC be setting shit like that up, man, because the cameraman that was already in there, he knew that Tatiana Suarez was about to walk in their building because he was in there interviewing, he was in there talking to Nina Ansaroff and Amanda Nunes. You think that fool didn't know Tatiana Suarez was about to walk in there? Man, the UFC be setting shit like that up, man. I feel that's just how I feel. I think they do shit like that on purpose. Yeah, man. I thought they do shit like that on purpose. But yeah, guys, yeah. So let's see what we got, man. You guys hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's roll. All right. So the first fight on the card that I want to talk about was let's go back to the early prelims. Let's look at Katlyn Chookagian. Jared Stockman. Hey, I got to hit you with a low blow. I think she's going to lose. Tatiana Suarez. Stop, dude. No. I don't know, man. Tatiana Suarez is a heavy favorite in this fight, man. I just think Tatiana, she's too close, man. She's too close to that title shot, bro. She's just way too close to that title shot, man. And I just feel like Nina, Nina's a good fighter. She beat Claudia Gadelha. Nina's a good fighter. I just don't think Nina has the tools to stop Tatiana Suarez. Tatiana Suarez may damn near get in here and retire Nina Ansaroff. Because Nina Ansaroff then said she didn't thought about quitting anyway. She didn't thought about stopping, before she got this second win. But, bro, to be honest, Tatiana Suarez might go in here and retire Nina Ansaroff. That's just how I feel, man. I just got to keep it real with y'all. But anyway, the first fight I want to talk about was Katlyn Chookagian versus Joanne Calderwood. Now, this is an interesting fight. I can't believe this fight is that low on the fight card, though. I'd have thought this fight would have been above a few of those other fights, but I guess they wanted to start this card out with a bang because, these are two top-ranked flyweights, you know what I'm saying, fighting at the very first fight of the night. That's shocking to me. But let's talk about this. This is going to be a good striker match. Because as we can see in the Jessica I fight, Chookagian she's a point fighter, And Joanne Calderwood, she's a Muay Thai fighter, but she's an aggressive Muay Thai fighter. Like, she's don't let that little voice fool you. Like, Joanne Calderwood comes out here and she can fight. Like, she's an aggressive fighter. But so the thing, yeah, man, I'm thinking JoJo Calderwood might take this. thing about Caitlin Chukagian, man, like, and everybody was hyping up Chukagian. Oh, you know, Chukagian is gonna be the next one to fight Valentina before she lost to Jessica Eye. Chukagian gonna be the next one to fight Valentina. You know, and I hadn't really focused that much on Chukagian. Like the first fight that I actually sat down and really watched, you know, was the one with Jessica Eye. Then I went back and watched some more footage of Chukagian, but dude, Chukagian is kind of boring. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, she's not that exciting of a fight. She's not a high activity fighter. She's a very low output fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then people, you know, I'm sitting here back, you know, way back then, I'm sitting here saying, you guys are hyping up Caitlin Chukagian, but you telling me I'm stupid for hyping up Montana De La Rosa? Like, Montana De La Rosa will go ahead and start Chukagian. Like, that's the type of stuff I'm like, I don't understand about some MMA fans, man. Like, some people were so on, you know, Chukagian had her little spark of bandwagoners, you know what I'm saying? And they were just all Chukagian. Oh, Caitlin Chukagian is the one to fight Valentina. But you telling me I'm crazy for saying Montana De La Rosa should get, you know, it should be fighting at the top of the division? That's what gets me, man. I'm like, Chukagian, I mean, De La Rosa is a better fighter than Chukagian. I just don't think that she's all that exciting, you know, like she's just not that, don't have a lot of output, you know what I'm saying? She got outpointed by Jessica Eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just not very impressed by Caitlin Chukagian. A lot of people were talking about her. I was just like, whatever. But Joanne Calderwood, on the other hand, Joanne Calderwood is pretty exciting. Like, this girl can fight. She's made the move to, yeah, Marcus Bell. Like, she all right, man. Like, she all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's why. And she got pissed at me she got pissed at me on Twitter for making the video saying, you know, when I heard Nico was coming back to the UFC, that's before I knew Nico was fighting at 135. I was like, okay, a winnable fight for Nico Montano is Caitlin Chukagian. And she got mad. I'm like, dude, like, Nico would beat you up. Like, I'm just being real. Like, Nico would beat you up. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get to, talking about Joanne Calderwood. Joanne, you know, she's coming off of 2 wins. She's moved up to flyweight from strawweight. She went on a 2-fight skid at strawweight, losing to Cynthia Capillo and Jessica Andrade. But she got wins over Courtney Casey. She's got wins over Valerie Letourneau, Zoe Ham. You know what I'm saying? She's got pretty good. And then plus all the people she fought in Invicta as well. So, you know, I feel like Calderwood is making a case. You know, I feel like if Calderwood wins this fight and De La Rosa beats who was De La Rosa fighting? Andrea KKK Lee. Shout out to Coach Sheldon Harrison for the nickname. If she beats Andrea KGB Lee, De La Rosa beats KGB Lee, you know, I feel like Calderwood and De La Rosa would be a great fight for the next person to fight for the title. That'd be a good fight. Because if De La Rosa finishes this fight, it'll be her 4th finish in a row. And if she wins, period, it'll be her 4th win in a row. She's undefeated in the UFC, so that would be a good fight. And I think that Calderwood is undefeated at flyweight as well. So, you know, that's a pretty interesting fight. That's an interesting fight. I see Calderwood winning this fight. I see Calderwood I just see her outdoing. I just see her outdoing Chukagian. I just don't see there's any way that. I mean, I don't know. Like, Chukagian is like a flyweight Yana Kunitskaya. You know what I'm saying? She don't throw with a lot of power. She doesn't do anything flashy. She tries, she point fights you to death. Which is nothing wrong with that because I like Yana Kunitskaya. But I mean, at least Yana keeps the pace going. Caitlin Chukagian, she's just very, I don't know, man. I don't know. And Jessica Eye went in there and bodied up Caitlin Chukagian, man. She did. So props to Jessica Eye, man. I mean, straight up. You know, but anyways, my pick for that fight would be Caitlin Chukagian. This flyweight division is moving on, man. This division is moving right along. Valentina got some killers coming up, and that's going to want to fight for that belt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Calderwood with the Muay Thai, that'll be a damn good fight. Calderwood versus Shevchenko, that'll be a damn good fight. That's a damn good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Like, flyweight is pretty exciting. Let's see. But I want to see the old JoJo from Invicta. Yeah, I want to see that too, man. I mean, I think she's still got it. I think Calderwood is in it. I think she's going. I mean, Chukagian is definitely the right opponent to be able to show that against, man. She definitely like that's the best opponent to show how good she really is. Because I'm like I said, man, Chukagian, she's just not exciting. She's just not that exciting, man. She doesn't do a lot, Like I just want to see Chukagian do more. I want to see her be aggressive, but you just don't get it. That's just not how she is. I don't know. But she better step it up because she's going in there against Joanne Calderwood. And Joanne she's gonna bring the heat to Chukagian. So the next fight I wanted to talk about, guys. Let's move on to the prelim card. Calvin Kattar versus Ricardo Lamas. Now, Ricardo Lamas is a motherfucking animal. He's an animal. Now he's coming. Now he's had a little skid lately in the UFC. He lost to Miesha Tate and Josh Emmett. Those were losses, especially that Josh Emmett loss. Woof. The Bektic was a split decision, but he got knocked out by Josh Emmett. He beat Jason Knight. He beat Charles Oliveira. He lost to Max Holloway. Beat Diego Sanchez. Okay. Lost to Chad Mendez. Beat Dennis Bermudez. Beat Hercan Diaz. That was a good win. He lost to Jose Aldo. So he's lost a lot of big fights. He has wins over Eric Koch. He has wins over Cub Swanson. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look at he has a very decorated record. So he's been in there with a lot of people, man. He's been in there with the former champions. Let's see, he was in there with Jose Aldo. He was in there with, Max Holloway. So he's been in there for, he's been in there for a while. So, veteran. He's a UFC veteran. Let's see how many fights he's got in the UFC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This guy's got 15 fights in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? This guy's ready. So if I had to choose in that fight, I had to choose Ricardo Lamas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just based off of the experience. I mean, Calvin Kattar, he's 19-3-0. Lamas 19-7-0. But I just feel like Lamas is gonna take this one, man, just based off of pure experience. It is what it is. Next up, I want to talk about was Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Alexa Grasso. This might be a do or die for Alexa Grasso. The way UFC cutting people, man. This might be a do or die for Alexa Grasso. I don't think so, but it could very well be. Let's see. Let's look at Alexa Grasso's record. She's been in there with Karina Rodriguez, Extreme Combat 20. She's been in there with all wins in Invicta. I mean, she was undefeated all the way up until she fought Felice Herrig. Lost this unanimous decision to Felice Herrig. But she's never been finished. She got finished by Tatiana Suarez. That was her first finish. But I'm still pulling for Alexa. Yeah, man, I want to pull for Alexa Grasso, dude. I do, man. She's had trouble missing weight. She's missed weight once before, I just don't know, man. I just feel like Alexa Grasso has to be more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's more aggressive, and you can see her, she was trying to be aggressive. She's trying to be aggressive to Tatiana Suarez, man, but no, man, fighting Tatiana Suarez, man, that's a whole different animal. Now, one way I think this fight matches up pretty good is to see how Alexa Grasso is going to deal with the striking of Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Karolina Kowalkiewicz is like a Muay Thai brawler. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kowalkiewicz likes to brawl. When she got knocked out by Jessica Andrade, you know what I'm saying? The thing about that fight that I give Karolina so much, respect for was the fact that she got rocked early. She got rocked before she got knocked out. Yeah, Karolina lost 2 in a row. Yes, she has. But she got rocked in that fight at the beginning before she got knocked out. But the thing that I like about Carolina is that did not stop her. Karolina Kowalkiewicz kept coming forward. She kept swinging. She kept doing, and she was clipping up Jessica Andrade. So I mean, let's just be real. Like Jessica Andrade is easy to hit. That's the thing that concerns me about if Jessica Andrade fights Tatiana Suarez. Like if because Tatiana Suarez is not a striker. So I think the biggest hole in Andrade's game is on the feet. Now, if you clinched up, muscling up with Jessica Andrade, then I think that's where Jessica shines a lot. You know, and is Tatiana strong enough to outmuscle Jessica Andrade? That's the question. Can Tatiana Suarez do that? Do what she does to Jessica Andrade? That's like the same question asking, can Khabib do what Khabib does against Dustin Poirier? I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I know the comparisons to Khabib and Tatiana and Tatiana are some people are like, stop comparing them, but I mean, they're very similar fighters in very similar situations. The only difference is that Khabib is a champion. You know, undefeated grapplers who beat the shit out of you in the same fashion. You know what I'm saying? But now they're fighting, you know, they could, you know, if that fight was to happen with Jessica and Tatiana, they could be in that same situation. But anyways, Karolina Kowalkiewicz, man, she kept coming forward. That's one thing about Karolina. You have to submit or you have to knock out Kowalkiewicz to get her out of there. And I just don't see Alexa Grasso, you know, knocking her out. I don't see Alexa Grasso submitting Karolina Kowalkiewicz. But hey, guys, this is mixed martial arts. You never know. The best bet for Alexa Grasso would be to try to get this fight to the ground. Because if she tries to stand and trade with Karolina Kowalkiewicz, it's not going to be good for her. It's not going to be good for her if she tries to stand and trade with Karolina Kowalkiewicz. So, you know, if I had to pick, I would have to pick Karolina Kowalkiewicz just because I feel like her striking is really good and her takedown defense is good too. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. I'm excited for that fight, though. I'm excited for that fight because I feel like Karolina Kowalkiewicz has something to prove, but I also feel like Alexa Grasso has something to prove too. I feel like Alexa Grasso, you know, is wanting to prove that she's not just a splash in the pan and that she's not all just looks. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful girl. Both of them are, but Karolina Kowalkiewicz, Karolina Kowalkiewicz has been in there and she's been in there with UNJ champions. She's been in there with champions. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Yeah, so you know, I just feel like Carolina she's been in there with the best. She's been fighting at the top of the division. She needs to get a win. Like Kovacevic needs to get a win. You know, a win is going to help Karolina Kowalkiewicz get her way. I think she's ranked number 10. You know, so they pushed her down the rankings. She went. Invicta comes on tonight. Who's fighting, Marcus? Let me know who's fighting. But yeah, Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I'm gonna have to pick Karolina Kowalkiewicz in this fight. Next up, the next fight that I want to talk about, guys, was Tatiana Suarez versus Nina Ansaroff. Oof, this is a sneaky good fight, guy. Actually, no, it's not a sneaky good fight. This fight is highly anticipated, actually. This is a highly anticipated strawweight bout. Very highly anticipated. So, yeah, this is very highly anticipated. You know, I feel like Dana was kind of being hesitant to say that this was a title eliminator fight, which I think it is. I mean, let's just be real. I think it's a title eliminator fight. But I feel like if Nina Ansaroff wins, then you know Nina's done enough in her situation, in her case, that they may give Nina a title shot. But now Tatiana, I feel like they would make Tatiana fight again. I don't know why I got that feeling, guys. I don't know why I got that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've talked to Tatiana about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they may make Tatiana fight again. I hope they do. I hope they give Tatiana what she has worked for and what she has, just what she deserves. I mean, I just feel like Tatiana Suarez deserves to fight for the title if she goes out here and starches Nina Ansaroff. But she's 7-0 right now. I think she's 7-0, maybe 8-0. I think it's 8-0. I think Tatiana's 8-0. I don't know. But I feel like Nina's best bet. Oh yeah, Deanna Bennett versus Karina Rodriguez. Is that for a tie? Is that for the title? I'm rusty on my Invicta, bro. Is that for the title? Nina's gonna have to keep this fight standing, man. Like, Nina's gonna have to keep this fight standing because if Tatiana Suarez gets Nina Ansaroff to the ground, I don't think Nina Ansaroff. Now, Nina said, if I get taken down, I know how to get up. Carla Esparza didn't know how to get up. And Carla Esparza is a wrestler. Carla Esparza comes from a wrestling background. And Carla Esparza couldn't even get up when Tatiana took her down. So I don't know what makes Nina think. People, if Nina thinks that people are going to believe that she can get up if Tatiana puts her down, I don't think so. And looking at Tatiana just exudes. She just oozes confidence. Like when you see Tatiana, like at the weigh-ins and at the ceremonial weigh-ins and on Embedded and stuff like that, like in interviews and media interviews, like Tatiana just exudes confidence, and she does it in such a subtle way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not obvious that she's cocky as shit, but Tatiana's cocky and she's confident. And she knows that she can whoop ass, and she's whooped ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nina Ansaroff, on the other hand, she just kind of taking it like, just another fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good. I'm like, Nina, you better be you better be you better be hoping that this, you better be on top of your shit for this fight. You better have some kind of damn jitters or something going in here, because if you get taken down by Tatiana Suarez, it's over. But I feel like this fight should have title implications, most definitely. This fight should definitely have title implications. It deserves it. Tatiana deserves it. Nina deserves it. If Nina can go out here and stop Tatiana Suarez, like, wow. Like, I would give all respect to Nina Ansaroff. Like, if Nina can actually legit go out here and stop Tatiana Suarez, I would give Nina Ansaroff all the respect in the world, which I do respect her. Non-title fight. Okay, word, Marcus Bell. Thank you, bro. So it's hard to keep up with it with Bellator, PFL, One, UFC, Invicta. It's hard to keep up with her, man, and work at the same time. It's hard, brother. You know the deal. You know how it goes. But yeah. So Tatiana, yeah, I would respect. I already respect Nina Ansaroff, but I respect anybody who's able to stop Tatiana Suarez. And I just don't think there's anybody. I mean, the only person I think that a good fight, the hardest fight that Tatiana Suarez would have in the strawweight division is Mackenzie Dern. That's the hardest fight that I think in that division. That would give. That's the only person I think would really give Tatiana a real fight, and possibly Jessica Andrade. With the grappling and the strength of Andrade, that could possibly give Tatiana Suarez problems. But the only real person I think that's really gonna can really pose a threat to Tatiana is Mackenzie Dern. Yeah, Marcus Bell, you're right. Nina can pose a possible threat to Tatiana with striking. Yes, she can. That's why I said if she keeps this fight standing, a lot of people think Tatiana has a hole in her game, which is her striking. But according to Tatiana, she said that, her striking is good. Her striking is on point. But why resort to striking when her bread and butter is grappling? You know? her bread and butter is wrestling. So why do something that is not your not your best attribute? Why do that if you don't have to? You know. So, but in a way, I want to see Tatiana strike. Like I want to see Tatiana use her striking. I want to see how good her striking really is. You know, I really want to see how good Tatiana Suarez's striking really is. She says it's good. We've only seen glimpses of we've seen glimpses on the Ultimate Fighter. Like Tatiana likes to throw kicks. She loves to throw kicks. She has a deadly body kick. But Tatiana has a really long jab. See, and that's one thing that I like about that. I like about Tatiana, and I wish you could see it more. And she has a really long jab. And if Tatiana can learn how to really put that jab in somebody's face, she may already know, but we haven't saw it. So, to us, it's speculation, even though she straight up told me, she told me and Taylor, my striking is good, but I want to see Tatiana. I want to see her put that jab in somebody's face. Because she's got a good, clean, crisp jab, and it's long. So, she really extends her body when she throws her jab. She doesn't stay straight up, which is good. Tatiana doesn't really get hit a lot either. So that's interesting to see if Nina's striking can do anything with that. Can Nina's striking really do anything to Tatiana? I don't know. Can Nina striking neutralize the pressure of Tatiana Suarez? That's the question of the weekend, guys. That's the question of the weekend. Can Nina Ansaroff's striking, not even just her striking, can Nina Ansaroff neutralize the pressure of Tatiana Suarez? I don't know, guys. She did mention that the reason why she doesn't strike is because no one can stop her takedowns. Yeah. She said nobody can stop her wrestling. I don't have to strike. My ground and pound is on point. That's what she told me. My ground and pound is on point. My wrestling is on point. Why should I stand and strike when I don't have to? Which is completely understandable. Completely understandable. More power to you, Tatiana. If that's what's working for you, baby girl, do your thing. Do your thing. For real. Get that money, snatch them necks, and cash them checks. I think that's gonna be my new saying, y'all. For a grappler. Get that money, snatch them necks, cash them checks. Oh yes. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on to the main card. Tai Tuivasa. Yes. Versus Blagoy Ivanov. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. When she fights. Who you talking about, Marcus? Let me know who you talking about, man, when you say when she fights JJ. You talking about Tatiana? When Tatiana fights, when Tatiana Suarez fights, if she fights, amen. Are you saying if Tatiana Suarez fights, Joanna Young Jacek? I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking up something real quick. Make sure I'm right before I start running my mouth. Oh, I don't know, man. Marcus Bell, yeah, dude. If she fights Joanna Young Jacek with that takedown defense and that striking, bro, that could pose a huge problem. That can pose a huge problem. That's a huge problem. Let's see. So yeah, so Tai Tuivasa is coming off the loss to JDS. I think they both lost. I think they both lost to JDS, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they both lost to JDS. So yeah, they both coming off that J. I like the way the UFC always pairs people against. If somebody beats two people, those two people always fight each other. Like Cyborg beat Kunitskaya and Landsberg. She beat Evinger and Landsberg. You know what I'm saying? And they all fighting each other. It's crazy. Um, mm. And now Holly and Amanda are fighting each other. Mm. That's crazy. That is crazy. The UFC always does that. But yeah, man, I feel like Tuivasa. I feel like he's focused, a little more focused than he was on his last fight with JDS. I feel like he um, was doing a little bit too much in that last fight. He got a little overzealous, So I feel like he got a little lost in that fight with JDS, and he came close to finishing JDS, but it didn't happen. So that's something else that I kind of worry about because Ivanov has so much more experience than Tai Tuivasa. He has so much more experience than Tuivasa, and if Tuivasa gets in there and gets reckless, Ivanov will finish him. Like he can finish him. He can finish him. He can finish Tai Tuivasa, and Tai Tuivasa almost got finished by JDS. So that's something to think about. That's something to think about. I hope that now Tuivasa did come in. He looking good. Physically, Tuivasa is probably in the best shape he's ever been in. He looks thin. Looks like he's been working on some cardio. Tuivasa looks good, guys. He does. He's a big some bitch, but he's looking good. So I don't know, guys. This is a pick'em fight. And my heart is saying Tuivasa, but then when you look at Ivanov and his experience and his record and stuff, it's like, man, Tuivasa better be careful going in there, man, because that guy can finish you. He can definitely finish you. But it's a heavyweight fight. It probably won't go the whole 3 rounds anyway. Somebody probably end up getting knocked out. You never know. You never know. Anyways, guys, so let's see. So now we have Jimmie Rivera. Jimmie Rivera is coming back, baby. And he is facing Petr Yan. I don't know much, Petr, I really don't know too much about him. I know more about Jimmie Rivera because Jimmie Rivera's been around forever. And then he also went on that crazy winning streak, man. Like, Jimmie Rivera went on a hell of a winning streak. Let's see how many fights that was on that winning streak. So his last loss before he lost to Marlon Moraes was in 2008. And that was in Ring of Combat. So let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, I lost count. Hold on, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, he was on a 20-fight winning streak. That's fucking insane. Jimmie Rivera, I mean, look who he's been in there with, man. I mean, golly, he's been in there with, let's see, back, and then he came in, come on, guys. I mean, you got Bellator, he's a Bellator veteran, Ring of Combat, King of the Cage, World Series of Fighting, which is now PFL. I mean, CFFC, and then now UFC. I mean, this guy is a fucking, he was going around from promotion to promotion, starching motherfuckers. I mean, for real. I've been there with Cody Stevens. I've been there with Brian Kelleher. Did he fight Brian Kelleher twice? Nope, only once. He's been in there with let's see. He's been in there with Pedro Munoz. He's been in there with Uriah Faber. Has a win over Uriah Faber, Lurie Alcantara, Thomas Almeida. Has a win over John Dodson, and only has lost to someone back in Ring of Combat, Jason McLean, and he lost to Marlon Moraes, who's fighting for a title, and Aljamain Sterling, who's also on the card too. So, you know, pretty stacked up guy. Pretty stacked up guy. Uh, I feel like he takes this fight. You know, I feel like Jimmie Rivera takes this fight because he's just a little more experienced than Peter Yan. And let's look at Peter Yan's record. Now this guy's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight winning streak. So I mean, he could add another big notch on. He's got John Dodson under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Douglas De Silva Silva de Andrade and Jin Soon Zone. So he hadn't really had that many fights in the UFC, but he's on a long winning streak. So his only loss was to Magomedov. What a fucked up name. But his only loss was to Magomedov. I wonder if he's any related to Khabib. But anyways, guys, that's kind of a pick 'em too. But I would say if I had to choose, I'd have to say Jimmie Rivera because just the experience of Jimmie Rivera. Jimmie Rivera, he's got he's got some knockouts on his record, but mostly he's a decision fighter, a striker. But he can knock you out. He's knocked a few guys out. He hadn't knocked anybody out in the UFC. He's decisioned everybody in the UFC, unanimous decision. No split. Well, only one split decision in the UFC. He's been finished by Marlon Moraes. So if Peter Yan can finish him, but I don't think Peter Yan has many finishes though. Submission. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 5 knockouts on his record. So hey, you never know. This guy could possibly knock him out. But I don't see him knocking Jimmie Rivera out. But we'll see how that fight goes, guys. Peter Yan versus Jimmie Rivera. Let's see. Uh-oh. My card pulled back up here. All right, there we go. So on the next fight I want to talk about Tony Ferguson versus Donald Cerrone. Whoop whoop! This is the people's main event. Let's go. With this fight, it's hard to choose on this fight. It's hard to choose on this fight because, for one, I don't even think Tony Ferguson should be fighting this fight. If you want me to be honest, I just don't think Tony Ferguson should fight this fight. He should be fighting this fight. I feel like Tony Ferguson should be scheduled to fight Khabib or have already fought Khabib by now. This guy was the interim champion, never lost his belt, got injured doing press and media for the UFC. So, and they took his belt from him. And I'm so glad that I see Tony Ferguson walking around with that belt because that's just a reminder that y'all took my belt from me. How you gonna take a belt from a world champion? From a world champion, you took the belt because he tripped and fell at one of your events. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how they did that to Tony Ferguson because I feel like they don't want Tony Ferguson to be champion. I feel like they know Tony Ferguson would beat Khabib, and then there goes the GSP and Khabib fight that can happen. That's a lot. That's a huge buildup. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge buildup. So, that's crazy. It's crazy how they do that. Ever since Cowboy. Yep, ever since Cowboy has been on a winning streak. What do you mean? What do you mean, Marcus? Let me know what you mean, bro. Let's look at Tony Ferguson's record. He only lost to Michael Johnson. I can't believe he lost to Michael Johnson. Jamie Tony and Karen Darabedian. I don't know who that is, but only lost 3 times in his whole life. Let's look at some of the people that he's been in there with. Let's start at his UFC career. He won the Ultimate Fighter at welterweight. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Uh-oh. I think my internet's being weird. Y'all let me know if my audio is coming through. Okay, it's coming through. Word. Let's keep going. Yeah. So let's see who Ferguson, who El Kikui's been in there with. So he's been in there starting at the Ultimate Fighter. Aaron Riley, Eve Edwards, Michael Johnson. He lost to Michael Johnson. He's been in there with Danny Castillo, Josh Thompson, Edson Barboza, Lando Venata, Rafael Dos Anjos, Kevin Lee, Anthony Pettis. I mean, can this guy get a title shot? Marlis Cowboy. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Jared. You know, I'm saying yeah, I don't know what to say about that, man. I should give this guy a title shot. I mean, really, let's give this guy a title shot. Let's see. Hold up this real quick, guys. Hold on, y'all. But then when you flip over and you look at Donald Cerrone's record, man, that's just, you know, that's a that's a record between 2 divisions. You know what I'm saying? That's a record between 2 divisions too. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at Cowboy, man, guys. Guys, real quick. My computer be tripping. All right. Cowboy, woo. I mean, just fights after fights after fight. This guy's been in so many fights. I mean, from the WEC, I bet he probably puts the pressure on Cowboy fast like Teal, in my opinion. Yeah, because Cowboy's a slow starter. So Cowboy's he's got to come out firing. Jesus, you got to scroll through all the WEC fights before you get to the damn UFC. All right. Let's look at his wins. Paul Kelly, 2011. His notable wins. Charles Oliveira, Dennis Seaver. He lost to Nate Diaz. He beat Jeremy Stevens. He beat Melvin Gillard. He lost to Anthony Pettis. He beat Evan Dunham. He lost to Rafael Dos Anjos. He beat Edson Barboza, beat Jim Miller, Eddie Alvarez, Miles Jury, Benson Henderson, John McDessie. He lost again to Rafael Dos Anjos. Alex Oliveira, Patrick Cote, Rick Story, Matt Brown. Been in there with Jorge Masvidal. Been in there with Robbie Lawler. Been in there with Darren Till. Beat Yancy Medeiros. Lost to Leon Edwards. He beat Mike Perry. Beat Alexander Hernandez. Beat Ali Quinton. Now he started beating people back at lightweight, starting with Alexander Hernandez. But man, I mean, fuck, dude, Cowboy Cerrone has been in there, man. He has been in there. So, you know, you can't really use the experience. You can't really say, you know, I usually like to base fights off of experience and, you know, things that they've done in the past and opponents that they faced in the past. When you look at this fight right here, you know, it's a stylistic matchup. Tony Ferguson is so awkward. He moves weird. Um, he throws things from odd angles. He has a nasty Darce choke. He'll go to the ground. If you start peppering him, he'll start rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Ferguson is a wild motherfucker. But Cowboy on the other hand, like Cowboy has really good. He has good submissions, but he has really crisp stand up as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most fights in UFC history, most wins in UFC history. Absolutely. Believe that. That's in WEC history too. But yeah. Donald Cerrone. But the thing about Donald Cerrone that I think could make a difference in this fight too. Well, two things. One, I hope he comes out fast. I hope he doesn't start slow because if you let, I mean, Tony Ferguson is one of those fighters that if you let him get into his groove, if you let him settle into the fight, he'll pick you apart and he'll beat you to death. You know what I'm saying? So Cowboy has to come out firing for one, and for two, I think the kicks from Cowboy Cerrone are going to make a difference in this fight. I think that's a huge thing that could turn this fight and that could keep this fight or make this fight in Cowboy's favor because you know Tony moves very awkwardly. You know what I'm saying? He dips, he moves, he leans, he does all kind of crazy stuff. You know, and if Cowboy caught him with a kick, he's very hard to finish though. That's the thing about Tony Ferguson. He's yeah, it's hard to put him away, man. It's hard to stop him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but Cowboy throws heat behind his kicks. So if Cowboy could clip him with a kick, that could possibly change the course of the fight. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about Cowboy is he's a stationary target. Like he stands straight up when he throws his combos and stuff. He's not very mobile with his head. So that's to me could be a problem because if you're there to be hit. Tony Ferguson is gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Tony Ferguson can be there to hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Ferguson to hit you. So Cowboy has to be careful, when he engages, when he mixes it up with Cowboy Cerrone, when he mixes it up with Tony Ferguson. So, but Cowboy also, like I said, his stand up is very crisp as well. So this is another pick'em fight. I cannot choose, guys. I'm sorry, I can't come up with a prediction. I tried my hardest to come with a prediction, but it's not. I'm not. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a huge blank. So yeah. Next fight I want to talk about, guys. If people would just leave me the fuck alone and let me do podcast. Um, Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Evil Eye. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Evil. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all. All respect to Valentina. I love Valentina. Like I have no problem with Valentina. Like I'm a fan of Valentina. Uh, this is the thing. I love hearing Valentina talk. It is so hilarious. It's funny as hell to hear Valentina talk. You know what I'm saying? Like Valentina, it's the way she puts her words. Oh my God. The way Valentina puts her words together is to me it's hilarious. It's hilarious, man. Like the way she it's just the way because Valentina, her English is good. Don't get me wrong, her English is good. We know what she's saying when she's trying to say it. It's just the funny thing, man. Is just how it come out. You know what I'm saying? That's what's funny, and I crack up every time I hear. Uh, oh my God. Yeah, guys, like with Valentina, it's the way she puts her words together. And then, like, she always says like certain words she uses. She's always like, I'm just focused on my preparation. Like when she says that, I just bust out laughing. I think it's so cute. It's so funny the way Valentina talks. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And then when she goes, and like I just love it. Like I fucking love it. Like Valentina Shevchenko, um, it's hilarious. It is hilarious when Valentina when she start talking that, and I just want to I just hope that my opponent, I love it. I think it's hilarious, guys. I think it's so funny when she does that. I love it. But my opponent, it's hilarious. But one thing, guys, see on back on the real talk here, you know what I'm saying? Valentina is very dominant. She's very skillful. She's very fast. She's very powerful. She's very everything. Valentina is a complete fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a complete fighter. But Jessica guys, she's so confident. A lot of people saying they don't feel the confidence coming from Jessica I feel the confidence coming from Jessica You know what I'm saying? Jessica is so confident. She's with a new camp. She's like a whole new Jessica You know what I'm saying? If I had to pick somebody, I'd pick Valentina to win this fight, guys. Don't get me twisted. But what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if Jessica goes in here and gives Valentina a damn good fight. Because Jessica wants that belt so bad. She wants to be a champion so bad. And sometimes it's not always about the skill level of the people that are fighting, guys. You got to think sometimes with heart wins fights. Heart makes champions. Think about the skill set between Miesha Tate and Holly Holm. Miesha Tate was a scrappy fighter, guys. Scrappy grappler with not so technical striking. You know what I'm saying? And Holly Holm, like 13-time world champion boxer. You know what I'm saying? 13-time world champion boxer. Crisp technique. You know what I'm saying? Clean striking. Clean head movement. Clean footwork. Clean cutting off the octagon. You know what I'm saying? And on the feet, it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was a mismatch because Miesha, over the course of her career, I think that was the pinnacle of Miesha's career. Because Miesha had put everything together in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like her striking had improved. Her striking really improved in the Jessica fight. You know what I'm saying? But Miesha Tate's heart won her that fight. No, Miesha Tate's heart won her that fight. Yeah, Jared, it's funny as hell, dude. Is it not, man? It's hilarious when the way they put the English together. I think even Amanda Nunes sometimes, like when she said like, "Oh, I believe it that." Like when she says that, I bust out laughing, dude. Because she always says like when she was talking about Cyborg, she was like, "I feel I can beat her. I believe it that." Like I think I just want to be ratty. I want to be ratty. Like that shit is so funny, dude. I think it's hilarious. But it's sexy the way Joanna Young Jacek puts it together. Oh, when Joanna Young Jacek. Oh my God. Anyways, when the way her English comes out, it's just like, man, I don't know, dude. Like it's hard to explain. It's just it sounds beautiful, dude. I'd rather listen to that, somebody who can barely speak English, than some of these yuck mouth females out here today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be real with you. But anyways, guys, yeah, don't be surprised if Jessica because Jessica, it's hard to finish Jessica. Miesha couldn't finish Jessica. And if Miesha Tate can't finish you, then you're a bad girl. You know what I'm saying? And there is a big gap in skill set here, guys. It is. I acknowledge that. I agree with that. There's a huge gap. But Jessica just looked like she's been working so hard. She looks like she's been working so hard to train for this fight. And I don't know. This is a pivotal fight in this division, guys. Like, Strawweight is damn near more exciting. I mean, flyweight is damn near more exciting than flyweight. Damn, I can't get my words out. Flyweight is damn near more exciting than strawweight. And that's the truth. That's the truth, man. That is the truth. It's damn near more exciting than strawweight. You know what I'm saying? So this is just imagine, guys. Just imagine for 1 second. 1 second, guys. Imagine Jessica Eye beats Valentina Shevchenko. What happens? Does Valentina get a rematch? She's never defended the belt. Does Valentina get a rematch? Does Valentina get a rematch? I don't know. That's the question. Or does Valentina fight a contender? Let's say like De La Rosa or somebody. Or Roxanne Modafferi. You know. Never know how this can go, guys. Or if Chukagian wins that fight. Or if Calderwood wins that. Or does she fight Calderwood? You guys see what the fuck I'm saying? The top girls in this division is exciting. Let's look at the top girls. Jessica Eye, Valentina Shevchenko, Caitlin Chukagian, Joanne Calderwood, Montana De La Rosa, Andrea Lee, Jillian Robertson. Look at the girls in this division, guys. You know what I'm saying? Liz Carmouche, Alexis Davis. Look at the girls in this division. These are some fights these are some hell of a fucking fights. Now you got JJ Aldridge. I don't know if JJ Aldridge is going to stay. I hope she does. I hope Macy Barber stays. Macy Barber is a fucking tank at 125. She look like a damn bantamweight in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if Mackenzie Dern comes back and Mackenzie Dern says, fuck strawweight, I'm going to flyweight. What? Mackenzie Dern versus, I mean, anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how this could happen. This is a very fucking exciting division. Valentina Shevchenko is not about to let Jessica Eye walk in there and steal that belt from her. She is not about to let Jessica Eye come in there and steal that belt. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting to see how this, because Jessica gonna stay in Valentina's face. And did y'all see on Embedded when Amanda Nunes was telling when Amanda Nunes was telling Jessica how to beat Valentina? Oh, I gotta show y'all that. I gotta show y'all when Amanda Nunes was telling Jessica how to beat Valentina. I've seen it with my own eyes, and everybody else who watched it seen it too. And I'm about to show y'all what I'm talking about. I said, whoa, kitty cat. Let's see if I can find that little. It's just a small little clip, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if I can find that, y'all. There you go. Here you go. I'm about to show y'all this shit right now. Check this out, y'all. Y'all check this out. And tell me what y'all think about this. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. This was so wow. I hope y'all can hear it when I play it too. I'll turn the volume up. Check this out, y'all. The champ. Whoa. Oh boy, y'all. Amanda Nunes said, I believe you can win this fight. She don't hit hard. Let me go back and let y'all hear that again. One more time, bro. One more time. She says she don't hit hard. Oh, Amanda Nunes is a fucking savage. Jessica Eye is looking good, by the way. But Amanda Nunes is a savage. Check this out, y'all. One more time.
I'm cheering for you.
Amanda Nunes is a fucking savage. Amanda Nunes. I knew that savagery was in there with Amanda Nunes, boy. Amanda, let's see what else she said, y'all. Here we go. Yeah. So Amanda told her, like, Jessica, I said, no, I'm going to be up in her face. I'm going to be up in her face. And Amanda Nunes said, she don't hit hard. Amanda Nunes is a straight savage. Oh my gosh. Guys, wow. Amanda Nunes is the savage. Amanda Nunes told Jessica how to beat Valentina Shevchenko. Anyways, guys, it's wow. That's wow. That's going to be a good fight, and I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Next fight I want to talk about. Oh, that just threw me for a loop, guys. Next fight I want to talk about is the main event of the evening: Henry Cejudo versus Marlon Moraes. There's a lot of tension going on between these two guys. Now, Henry Cejudo doing a lot of. Dude, but think about who said that, Jared. Think about who said that. Dude, you talking about Amanda Nunes, bro. Amanda Nunes is the baddest woman on the planet, dude. She's the baddest woman on the planet, dude. Nobody fucking with Amanda Nunes. Anyways, Marlon Moraes and Henry Cejudo do not like each other. Amanda's saying that, but she didn't want to come in on Valentina based on the last time he fought Valentina. You stupid, Marcus. I see what you put, dude. Last time he fought Valentina. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong, Marcus Bell. Yeah, dude, but the point is Amanda still said it. What a savage, bro. What a savage. And she, dude, one more time. I got to play it one more time, dude. I got to play that one more time. That was just too savage, bro. Oh, Amanda Nunes is a savage, dude. What the hell, Nunes? Man. UFC 238 embedded. I got to see that again, man. Amanda Nunes is a fucking savage. I can't believe she said that on camera. Like, I can't believe she straight up, she dissed.
To go to the Olympics and end up winning the Olympics.
Oh, man.
So I ended up going, I got the biopsy.
Damn, Tatiana Suarez. That ad that YouTube doing with Tatiana Suarez, though. I like that. Let's look at this again, y'all. Let's do this one more time. Let's look at the savagery coming from the women's bantamweight and women's featherweight champion, Amanda. In case you guys missed it the first time, here we go.
What's up, man? How are you, Tim?
Good. You can get it spelled. I'm no doubt. Keep the pressure. She don't hit hard.
Man. That is so funny, guys. I'm sorry. That is so funny, though, man. That is just amazingly funny to me. Fucking Amanda Nunes is a beast. Look at that beast. She's a fucking beast. Anyways, guys, let's get back to the topic of Henry Cejudo versus Marlon Moraes. There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of heat on this. There's a lot of heat on this fight, guys, between these two. You know what I'm saying? Marlon Moraes said that Henry Cejudo was the type of guy he'd get out in the middle of the street and fight. He don't like Henry Cejudo at all. Wow. Marcus Bell, I smell bad advice coming from a better dude. You stupid, man. I don't know. I mean, Amanda the only one to beat that ass. Amanda and Liz Carmouche. They're the only ones to defeat Valentina. I mean, it is what it is. But I believe that Henry Cejudo has to be careful with the striking because he's not a striker. He's got comfortable with his striking, but he's not a striker. You know what I'm saying? Like his striking's gotten a lot better, you know what I'm saying? But he's got to be careful because Marlon Moraes has a lot of power. He has a lot of power. Like he's knocking motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys that's watching, do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. Do your boy a favor, yo. Do your boy a favor. So I feel like if Henry Cejudo can implement his wrestling, he keeps talking about being the Olympic gold medalist. I think his game plan is to, because people sometimes inadvertently expose things. I feel like he's been very wrestle heavy in this camp, so that wrestling's been on his mind. So he keeps bragging about being the Olympic medalist in wrestling. I think if Henry Cejudo can implement his wrestling, I think he wins this fight. I think if he can avoid the strikes, avoid giving Marlon Moraes the opportunity to knock him out, I believe that he wins this fight. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, he's doing a lot of talking. That's just talking. That's whatever. What matters is what happens in the cage. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like if he can implement his wrestling game, he wins. If he tries to stand and strike with Marlon Moraes, I feel like Marlon can knock him out, guys. It is what it is. That's just how I feel. It's very cut and dry with that fight. There's no science behind that fight. It is what it is. Henry Cejudo being the smaller man, you know what I'm saying? By the time they make it into the cage small, now they're not gonna weigh what they weigh now. I say Moraes probably somewhere about between 145 and 150, and then I'd want to say that Cejudo will probably be somewhere between 140 and 145. So there's gonna be a little bit of a size difference there. Not much of a size difference, but it's gonna be a little bit of a size difference there and whatnot. But it's a very even fight, guys. We'll see how that goes. Absolutely. But it's gonna be a very exciting card. I'm gonna be watching. I might do a live stream while I'm watching, like live commentary. It just depends on how focused I am. I really just want to watch these fights, guys. It is what it is. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, guys. But before I go, you know what I'm saying? I want to ask you guys for one, throw your picks in the comment section. I want to see your picks, who you guys are going with. I'm just curious to know. I've just been on here rambling to letting you guys know who I'm picking. But throw your picks in the comments, in the comments, guys. Let me see who you guys are going for. And for two, did anyone check out Dark Phoenix? What an amazing movie, guys. Listen, this is one thing I've learned about movie critics. Stop listening to movie critics. They're no good. Stop listening to them. They will try to make you think a movie is terrible before you've even seen it. And, if they don't know what's going on, I think movie critics should be picked based on the type of movie that it is. Especially when it comes to action hero movies. I feel like people who have been action heroes been action hero fans their whole life should be the ones who critique the movie and put those reviews out. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people that are putting these reviews out have no idea what they're talking about. They said this movie was going to be terrible, and it was far from terrible. If you guys like action figures, if you guys like superhero movies like Avengers and stuff like that, go check out X-Men Dark Phoenix. Sophie Turner did an amazing job, guys. She did an amazing job as Dark Phoenix. It was absolutely perfect. There's no other actress that they could have replaced, that they could have used to replace Famke Janssen. You know what I'm saying? She was the perfect fit. Anyways, guys, drop your picks. Let's see who you guys got. Is there any specific things before I close this chat out that you guys want to talk about? Because I'm down to talk about anything. So, yeah, let's go. This PFL female lightweight tournament is going. Hell no. Hell no what, Marcus? Hell no what, Marcus? What you talking about, bro? You gotta tell me what you're talking about. I've been jumping around talking about a few different things, man. Hell no what, bro? Hell no what, Marcus? Let me know what you're talking about, homie. And I'll answer you. I'll answer your hell no. What you talking about? What you talking about, Marcus Bell? Make it, Marcus Bell. to dude. Oh my God, Marcus, listen, bro, listen, man. If you have not seen the movie, don't judge the movie, bro. Marcus, I've given you my straight up 100% honest talk, man. I'm just being honest with you, man. I'm giving you my honest opinion, bro. If you have not seen the movie, don't judge the movie, bro. That movie was well put together. The storyline of that movie was absolutely fantastic. It was, oh, you saw it, bro. How can you say hell no? How can you say hell no to that movie, dude? Sophie, the action was great. The action was fantastic. The action in that movie was great. Great fight scenes, great displays of power. Did you see Marcus Bell? You probably just didn't know what you was watching, man. Let me tell you, I'm gonna point out a couple things that made this movie great. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Storm was able to use her power in outer space. That's when you're a diehard fan, that's little things like this, little things like this make that movie great. She was able to use her powers in space. That's one thing in the comic books that I did not think would translate into the movie, and it translated into the movie. I was glad to see that. Sophie Turner with the face that just her face. Dude, she embodied the Dark Phoenix perfectly, dude. Perfectly. If Dark Phoenix, something like that was kind of always what I envisioned as a child growing up. Like, man, if they ever made a movie, I hope that the person who plays her looks something like that. But I also said the same thing about Famke Janssen. Famke Janssen played a great Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying? But that Sophie Turner really captured the essence of Dark Phoenix. They had her in X-Men 3. They had her as some meek, like meek acting Dark Phoenix. No, Dark Phoenix was not meek acting. She was a strong, very powerful being who did whatever the fuck she wanted to do, not being controlled by Magneto or the way they did it in the X3. But anyway, if you haven't seen the movie, guys, go see the movie. Marcus Bell, I'm gonna kick you off my live stream if you say one more bad thing about Dark Phoenix, bro. Oh man, but Marcus Bell, straight up, man, I appreciate you coming over and hanging out. Jared Stockman, my boy. I appreciate you coming over and hanging out, talking with me, guys. It's kind of crazy how this live streaming thing works. I only get 7 or 8 people max sometimes watching. It seems like after the live stream is done, that's when everybody goes back and watches the video. I'm like, man, if y'all would all just come in when I'm live, we can mix this thing up. But anyways, that's 238 talk, guys. Y'all get ready for tomorrow. It's happening. It's here, guys. Let's go. Let's hope everything goes. I hope the fight guys line everything up from now until then. You know what I'm saying? Keep everything straight. Anyways, guys, this is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, guys, with the UFC 238 pre-fight discussion. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I'm out.